Methodo is a company specialized in engineering and development of ventilated walls, which have the purpose to solve the problem of the cold and damp building walls. Working since the beginning of the 80s, Methodo has accomplished since the year 2000 more than 500 buildings installation jobs just in the Turin province, working also for projects in Israel, Australia and Spain. The Methodo system for ventilated walls has also had a further development due to the recent laws about the energy saving. The Methodo ventilated walls are the contemporary construction industry's state-of-the-art, and they are formed by three different elements. The external covering, that has an aesthetical value and it protects the building from atmospheric agents. The inner tube, that avoids the formation of steam and humidity thanks to the chimney effect. The external capsizing, that eliminates the thermic bridges and increases the thermal resistance and the acoustic insulation. The ventilated covering system have been created with the purpose to answer, both with aesthetical and thermoacoustic advantages, to the need of protecting buildings from the combined action of rain and wind. The method of ventilated walls give remarkable advantages, also in terms of wall durability and energy efficiency, reducing the heat during summer and keeping it inside during winter. But how is a Methodo ventilated wall installed? First of all, the operator places an aluminium profile to the wall in order to close the panel laterally. The profile is then fixed to the wall with some nuts and will constitute part of the case that will hold the Methodo ventilated walls. Then the steel sheet metal low profile is fixed. This one has the purpose to constitute the lower side of the case on which the ventilated wall will be held. This also is fixed with some knocks and balanced. Now the insulation material is placed. This will be effective in keeping the heat inside or outside, and it could be made with many materials. It is then fixed with some special plastic nuts. The Methodo ventilated walls lean to existing structures without damaging them. This way it is necessary to cut the insulation material and the panels in order to follow the cut of the building and to cover not any window. Once the path of the wall where we want to work has been set, it is necessary to prepare the Methodo panels for the application. For the lower panels, it's necessary to apply the assembly stirrups on the third hole, just because the panels must be hooked up to the lower case profile. For all those panels, it's necessary to apply the stirrups on the second hole. For all the other panels, it's necessary to apply the stirrups on the second hole, in order to hook up the superior panels to the lower ones in a sharp way. Other three assembly stirrups are then positioned in a symmetrical way, bent out from the panel. Two of those will be needed to fix the panel to the wall. The third one is necessary to maintain fixed the just inserted panel, granting the ventilated wall a beautiful aspect. Obviously, it is not necessary to apply the third assembly stirrup on the most lateral panels. Once the assembly stirrups have been applied, the panel is fixed with special stirrups, balancing the panel to verify the regular application of the panel. Now the moment of the definitive fixing has come. The facade is drilled through the application of the special Dima Methodo, so we can insert the stirrup. The upper screw nut is fixed in order to make the panel self-supported. To block the panel, the lower screw nut is fixed. After the application of the first panel, the others are applied, caring to hook them correctly to the lower case profile and to fit them into the other panel's profile. With this procedure, fast and effective, everybody can apply the Methodo ventilated walls. A simple and economic system, very different from the traditional application of other ventilated walls that often need special understructures in wood or metal, more work and more money. Of course, as well as for the insulation material, it is possible to cut the Methodo panel in order to follow the building lines and not to cover any window. As you can see, also a single operator can apply a Methodo ventilated wall. But how much a Methodo panel is resistant? We have made some tests in order to verify its resistance. We took a steel sphere, 759 grams heavy, and we let it fall over the Methodo panel. Nothing. We began with a small distance, then higher and higher. We have even got up a ladder and let the sphere fall from more than 3 meters. Nothing to do. The Methodo panel has passed the resistance test. And if it is resistant against steel sphere, guess how against rain? We made the same test with a traditional panel, almost similar in weight and dimension. Nothing to do. The first test, the simpler one, had broken the panel. The Methodo panels are more resistant because they have been built with composite materials, and that's why they are suitable to face every weather and thermal condition. A Methodo ventilated wall is vanguard with most recent anti-seismic laws, and it is the safest way to invest in the aesthetical and energetic requalification of a building. Methodo ventilated walls, the way to protect your home from heat, from cold, from everything.